Hi, you are watching Global Insight on Voice of Canada, and this is Sana Haroon. The Dixie Fire in Northern California wreaked over the weekend as it covers with another wildfire, according to the California Department of Forestry and Fire Protection. Military forces, including the United States, are preparing to pull out of Afghanistan as the decades-long NATO-led mission there winds down.
As the NATO-led mission gets ready to leave Afghanistan after 20 years, peace seems further away than ever.
The United States has increased airstrikes in the support.
Despite government peace talks, those Taliban attacks are increasing sharply. The group has recently reclaimed territory lost in the wake of 9/11. As ever, innocent Afghans are feeling the brunt. A new United Nations report says civilian injuries and deaths in the first 6 months of this year are almost 50% higher than 2020. Half of the casualties alone occurred in May and June. A record number were children, including those killed and injured in a school bombing. A quarter of civilian deaths are blamed on Afghan security forces, but most are at the hands of the so-called Islamic State and the Taliban. Ambassador in Kabul, Chris Alexander, says NATO countries, including Canada, still have a duty to shape a lasting peace, in particular by challenging Pakistan on its alleged support for the Taliban. For centuries, Afghanistan has dealt with the consequences of outside influence, and that seems unlikely to change come September 2021.
China's commercial hub, Shanghai, and neighboring coastal regions cancelled all flights, slowed or suspended subway trains, and shuttered businesses as typhoon made landfall on Sunday, bringing flooding and felling around 1,000 trees.
High water rescues in the Philippines, where heavy rains from Typhoon Infa displaced hundreds due to floodwaters and landslides. Children and the elderly carried to safety by the Coast Guard. The typhoon brought strong winds and rough surf to the north coast of Taiwan, knocking out power, damaging homes, and blocking roads. The typhoon first slammed into the east coast of China on Sunday, the equivalent punch of a Category 1 hurricane in Zhejiang province to the east of Shanghai, where flights and trains were canceled with people told to stay away from the waterfront. Wind gusts reached over 150 kilometers per hour and rainfall amounts surging well past 300 millimeters in an area of the country already reeling from catastrophic flooding, which has killed over 50 people so far. The storm made its second landfall on Monday morning, bringing more heavy rain and flooding to eastern China. Rescuers moved people to safety by boat from flooded areas, and others were evacuated to temporary shelters, as this footage from the state broadcaster shows. Infa has lost some strength as it moves over land and is no longer a powerful typhoon, but its very slow track over the next few days will likely mean the threat for more dangerous flooding as it crawls north into China, delivering excessive amounts of rain as it does so, with the potential for over 300 millimeters in some spots, which would lead to more flooding and mudslides.
Rescue crews used boats to rescue people in parts of India on Sunday and Monday to help people who had been stranded by rising flood waters due to heavy rain that had killed more than 160 people as of July 26. The Indian Air Force Sarang helicopter air display team staged an aerobatic performance at the International Air Show MAX in the Moscow region on Sunday.
We are feeling very nice that we have come all over here. Looking at the crowd, it's really encouraging to put up a wonderful show, which we are really trying hard. And I'm sure we can see from the reactions from the crowd that they are all really appreciating our display.
Buying a gently used car is an age-old strategy for savvy consumers to get behind the wheel of a vehicle without the sticker shock of a car that's fresh off the assembly line.
The old adage that once you drive your new car off the lot, it depreciates by 30% doesn't apply right now. Prices for popular models of vehicles, including the Jeep Wrangler, Toyota 4Runner, and Tacoma truck, are almost the same regardless of whether it's lightly used or new. You can blame the pandemic. Factory shutdowns, supply chain problems, and a microchip shortage have all resulted in less new vehicles rolling off the assembly line, pushing many to check out used options. Vehicles that are no longer part of rental fleets usually make their way into the used market, but this summer there's a shortage of rental vehicles as companies struggle to keep up with surging demand. A perfect storm that echoes what's happening in the US, which is where many vehicles from Canada have ended up. Mohammed Merchant is selling his 2014 Chevrolet Cruze. He and his wife Nadaf recently purchased a used 2014 Toyota Prius, which they had to drive 100 kilometers to purchase. Murphy says if you're looking to buy a used vehicle, do your research, be prepared to see multiple sellers, and go farther afield than you might have pre-pandemic. And adjust your expectations when it comes to make, model, and features, or be prepared to wait until fall to get behind the wheel of your new used vehicle.
More than 271 fires are burning across British Columbia, with 91 out of control. As officials warn there's no relief in sight, Paul Johnson reports on the worsening situation and the fire's winds fanning the flames.
Late Wednesday night, things were looking much worse. Strong winds blew the fire up, and for a time it was threatening homes on Spirit Ridge. None of those homes were damaged, but some reports had the fire reaching people's driveways. Those homes are on property owned by the Osoyoos Indian Band, which is where most of the fire has been burning. Osoyoos Band Chief Clarence Louie said the situation is a reminder of how careful people need to be with these extreme conditions. This is also the heart of BC's wine country, and for many wineries and tasting rooms here, hopes of a sweet recovery from the pandemic have been dashed. And the Inkameep fire is only one of the many serious fires burning in British Columbia right now. Further north, in Sicamous, the mayor had to scold reckless boaters who've been threatening the operation of water tanker planes loading up on Shuswap Lake.
Just think about it. Think about it. Be smart. Be respectful.
Protesters and police clashed outside Parliament in Athens, Greece on Wednesday during a rally against COVID-19 vaccinations. Protesters, many of them unmasked, held Greek flags and religious crosses, singing the national anthem. Keep watching Global Insight. For further updates, visit our website voiceofcanada.tv.